You know what's funny? This isn't home. Where am I? Am I in Florida even? No, I'm in Charlotte. I'm in North Carolina. How did I get here? How did I go from Ohio to North Carolina? It all started 11 hours ago at CVG, Cincinnati Airport. I gotta be quiet because it's like 1 in the morning and I just got to this hotel. I'm a little peeved right now. So today was supposed to be pretty simple. Supposed to go to Atlanta and then to Palm Beach. Pretty straightforward 2 flights. Flight in Atlanta got delayed. Then that was gonna make me miss my flight to Palm Beach. So I rebooked, and then I was gonna go to JFK to Palm Beach. Then the JFK flight got delayed, so I had to change my flight again. Both times, only because I was gonna miss my connecting flight. Have no fears. After many discussions, Delta and American Airlines unite forces. They're working together now to just get me home. That's right, Delta switched me. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to be in first class for all of these. Thank you, Wade. But I don't even sit, I'm in the very last seat of the plane because they finally rebooked me. I was going from Cincinnati to Charlotte, and then Charlotte to Fort Lauderdale, which isn't even the airport where my car's at. Fort Lauderdale's close to my brother. He was gonna pick me up there and just take me to West Palm. The great soul that he is. There was a delay on the flight from Cincinnati to Charlotte. And you know what that means? I didn't make my flight to Fort Lauderdale. So, we got to the airport around 2 p.m. today. I just got out of the freaking Charlotte airport 20 minutes ago. I'm now at a hotel. I'm not on a flight until tomorrow at 2 p.m. Thankfully, my flight is going to Palm Beach, where my car is. Oh, but wait a minute, there's a kicker. My bag, you know that bag that I had to check? Yeah, that's at JFK, and that flight's been delayed for another 10 hours. So, best case scenario, I get home tomorrow at Palm Beach at 4, and my bag just happens to be in Palm Beach. Worst case, it's stuck at JFK, and then I have to work with the American Airlines people, even though my bag's on a Delta flight. How does it make any sense? I don't know. That's just what I was told. Anyways, I'm Uber eating foods. I haven't eaten in like 12 hours. I haven't drank water in like 12 hours. I'm gonna sleep, and then we're gonna go to the airport. I'm sorry for the lack of videos, but I think it's pretty understandable. 30 some hours later, the bag was here miraculously, and I'm going home. 1 hour drive left. Guys, this sucked. This sucked bad. I'll see you guys when I get home. I have made a huge mistake. A big accident just happened. It hurts real bad. Look, if you're afraid of gross things, this is your warning. Look away. Don't even look, all right? Your warning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I bumped my toenail, and I've only had like half a nail on this for a while. And it ripped off. It ripped clean off. I've actually washed it already, so this is just more blood that come onto the nail since. I'm gonna probably blur that. I don't think I'm gonna show you. I don't think I can show you, but just know it's a very bloody toenail. Look, I'm gonna do what I have to do, and I'm gonna put some peroxide on it. I've already rinsed it out with water, but I'm gonna put some peroxide on it. Pray for me. There's just really no way around it. This is just gonna suck. It's just gonna. So here we go. Dude, it is bubbling. You know the worst part about it is I didn't even hit my toe that hard. Honestly, I didn't even know it was bad. I didn't even know it was loose. I literally took my sock off after I hit my foot, and I was like, that's a bloody nail. And then I started moving it, and I was like, uh-oh, that's a loose nail. So I ripped it out. Anywho's, it is time to do some laundry. And I figured while I was flipping it over, I would tell you about the last part of the trip that happened. There was one other dramatic thing that happened. So, I don't remember if I told you this part, but so on my flight to Cincinnati to Charlotte, I was put on the very last seat of the plane. All the way back in 36, right? This is where the miracle I thought was about to take place. A very nice lady asked me if she could sit next to her husband and if I'd be willing to switch with him. And I said, sure. And guess what? He was sat in row 9. I don't think I've ever seen a situation where somebody swapped from row 9 to row 36. But somebody did. A miracle happened for me. If that plane had just taken off on time, I would have made my flight to Fort Lauderdale. However, I didn't, and I had to stay the night in Charlotte, and it pretty much sucked, but you know, we're here back home now. But that's not even the last part of the tale, everybody. There's still one more dramatic thing that actually happened. So after I get into PBI, I find my bag, I find everything. Everything's great, and it's just time for me to go home. All I literally have to do is go home. I get in my car, everything's great, I'm starting to drive home, and I get to a point where I'm merging. I'm not getting on the highway just yet, but I'm getting on the road that's taking me to the highway. And I look to my right, and I notice my front window is tucked in. So that means somebody in the parking garage decided that, hey, we're gonna touch this guy's window and put it in. Now, it's kind of a douche move to do that, but whatever, they did. And so I put my flashers on because I'm not about to merge to the right where I can't see out of my window. Put on my flashers, I pull over, and I get out of my car, I flip my window back out, I get back in, and I'm about to start leaving, and then a sheriff comes laying on his horn right up behind me, and I didn't know if I should leave or stay, so I stayed for like 20 seconds, and he's just still laying on his horn, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'll drive then, geez. So I start driving, and he zooms right up next to me, and he's like looking at me, and so I'm trying to like do it with my hands. I'm like, sorry, my window was out, I was trying to put it back up, and he took that as me like, I don't know, doing something mean. So then he turns his blue and red lights on, gets right behind me, pulls me over, and then he walks up to me, he's like, what the heck are you doing? And I'm like, I'm so sorry, officer. Someone in the parking garage put my window in. I didn't want to merge because I didn't want to hit anybody. So I got out of my car, I pulled over, I got out of my car, and I flipped the window open. I got back in my car, and then you pulled up behind me. And he's like, well, you can't park there. And so he was like, well, were you just doing that when I got behind you? And I was like, yes, I promise. I just got back in my car. I was trying to drive off. And he's like, fine, well, you can't park there. And then left. Because we survived, and we're back home. Finally, so we can let the good times ride. I think I'm going to leave this vlog here because, well, it doesn't seem like there's been a lot on camera that's happened, but there's been a lot in my life that has happened. So I will see you all in the next one. Please make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers. We freaking did it. Let's go. And I will see you all in the next vlog. Stay awesome.